The internet has traditionally been run on client-server model. So what is the client-server model? This is a network created between a main server computer and a number of client computers which are connected to the centralized main server. The main server computer stores all the data and information of that particular internet application. For example, let us consider a banking situation. Banks usually provide internet banking facility to its customers through the internet. The bank has a main server computer in which it stores all the information and data of the customers. The customer is provided with login credentials, that is a username and a password, with which he can use to log in on his personal computer and access his information on the main server computer. The computer which the customer uses to log into his account becomes the client of the main server computer. The server computer and the client computer interact with each other and provide the customer with the information and data he is looking for. Usually, a bank has thousands of customers who are using internet banking, and thus, there are thousands of client computers that connect to the main server computer to access the information and data. So this is how the client-server model works. This model enables thousands of businesses to provide internet-based solutions to their customers, where people can access their information using their login credentials. However, this particular system has proven to be prone to hackers, viruses, and other technical malfunctions. There have been extensive hacking operations by cybercriminals that affected corporations and governments all over the world, and the cost of the damage is raised to millions and millions of dollars. Hackers also got into banking infrastructure and stole credit card and other account information of millions of people all around the world. Governments and corporations are spending huge loads of cash to fund firewalls and other kinds of security protocols to protect their websites and data. But hackers are proving over and over again that they can bypass these protocols and access critical information. Moreover, this model is also affected by technical factors. If the main server computer is affected by some kind of a virus or some sort of technical bug, the entire network will stop operating because all the client computers are depending on the main server computer. Sometimes, servers cannot handle huge traffic. This happens if too many client computers are trying to connect to the server computer at the same time. These kinds of problems are not super problematic, but they definitely impair smooth flow of workflow. This is client-server model so far, and I hope you got a very good idea about how this technology works. Moving on, blockchain is different. It works entirely different to the traditional client-server system. Instead of putting all the information and data on a centralized server computer, blockchain runs on a decentralized system of nodes. Nodes are individual computers that are spread all over the world. All these nodes host and run the blockchain program. This system of decentralized nodes provide with a ton of advantages and improvements over the traditional client-server model. First of all, there is a very small probability that the network will fail. Since in the older model, the information is stored on only one server computer, all the network would fail if that one server computer fails. However, in the case of blockchain, the information is not stored on one computer. It passes through thousands of node computers. So if one node computer goes down, there won't be any effect on the network and it would still be operating. The only way a blockchain network fails is by failing all the individual node computers that are hosting the network, which would require events of global proportions and which is highly unlikely. Secondly, it is virtually impossible to hack a blockchain system. In the older client-server model, the system uses only one server computer to store the information and data, so a hacker only needs to hack into that one computer to bring down the whole network or steal the whole information. However, with thousands of nodes running the blockchain network, the hacker will be requiring to hack into all the node computers simultaneously without being detected. So it is safe to say that the blockchain network is impossible to hack. Next, the information stored in the blockchain network cannot be changed. In the case of a client-server model, any person who gets access to the server computer can change the information or data stored in the database. But in the case of blockchain network, the information on the network cannot be changed because it is running on numerous node computers. Security is one of the biggest advantages of the blockchain technology, and it has been proved to be more superior than the traditional system.